It's not my Facebook page. Somebody else made my name.
Yeah.
So people, why won't you accept me? I said, fuck, it's not me.
It's like, isn't it mind blowing?
It's crazy. It's crazy. I mean, I feel I feel like I'm 75. My fucking body for sure. I chased them out the door with a
With the sandwich.
with something, yeah, with a sandwich, right?
What keeps you still going, actually? Because I mean, you've been doing this for 25 years now. No, I mean maybe longer even.
I mean, I've been.
Six?
We started '88, I think, Pennywise. But I mean, I started playing in a punk band in 1980,
Exactly.
'81. I mean, it's you have when you have a passion for something, and that's really what you love. That's what keeps you going. I think it's if you're an artist or you're a doctor. I mean, a doctor works. I don't know how many hours.
Yeah, but even doctors quit after a certain time.
Yeah, this is true. I mean, I don't know. Like last night, I was my arm hurt. I hurt my leg on stage, jumping around, fat old man, and it's like, but the crowd's energy was like still like so good. Like I don't know. For me, that's what it's all about. So I mean, we've been through a lot of trials. We've had the first tour we ever did was with Dave Quackenbush. Jim didn't come. We lost Jason. Byron's mom died. A big part of Pennywise. My dad, my brother. All big parts of Pennywise. Jim leaving the band. Zoli's in the band now singing, and it's still just as fun as it ever was. It's almost more fun now because Zoli wants to be here, and Jim over the last years, you could tell he was just not happy with it. Wanted to be home, wanted to be somewhere else, and so you had that vibe, and it was still fun, but now it's like there's a new energy, and so I don't know. You come out and you start playing, and
Raise the roof.
the pain goes away.
Hey, talking about the split up. Jim want to get out. Okay, fair enough. But then he starts another band and starts touring again. I mean, that doesn't make sense to me. There's also
Doesn't make sense to anybody. I mean,
is there still a bad fight between you guys? Or?
I haven't talked to him since he quit.
Fuck. So you're angry.
Uh, Angry, yeah. It's a combination. I mean, I can't understand the reason why he wants to quit, because the reasons he told us, we said, okay, we solve that problem for you, and we do this and we do that. We, get you a nanny for your wife if she's having trouble at home, raising 3 kids. We pay for it, no problem. Oh wait, that's not the real problem. The real problem is I don't want to talk about it, and it's like you're with everybody for all these years, and it's hard to get along, but it's like a family, and we all fight, but we can get over it in the morning, and so I feel like he had all these other things he wanted to do, like making a movie, a documentary, making a new book, working with doing some other shit, but he never really talked. He said, maybe I do a band for fun, I said, well, you're going to go on tour and stuff? Oh, no, of course not. That's the whole point. I don't want to go on tour. I don't want to be away from my family. And I mean, you can read that in all the interviews he did. In the beginning when he said what he was going to do, and now it's all changed. So he makes a band. We find out now he makes a band a day later after he quits Pennywise, and then he puts out songs that sound pretty similar to Pennywise. The first songs that he put out were like literally almost a Pennywise song. Like the guitar part was Pennywise, like note for note, and we would have put that on a Pennywise album. So then we were like, what are you doing? You told us, hey, go do your thing, be successful. With Zoli, he likes Zoli, they're friends, and then you go and do Pennywise by yourself. What is this? Like, do you take the sound that we created together?
So that makes me think, what was the real reason he split it? He split.
Right. So does he hate us that bad? I mean, he always considered me and him to be polar opposites, as he says, complete opposite in the way we think. And I don't agree with that totally, but always me against him. But it was really him against Pennywise. Byron, Randy, and Fletcher. But I was the one who was always talking and arguing and saying, this doesn't make sense. We should go to Europe for 23 days, not 14 days. We should come and we should play these shows and do this. And so it was like I was the bad guy because I was always arguing with what he wanted and didn't want. And so at the end of the day, I think he, has a problem with that. I mean, he would say that I am the control freak of the band because I'm the biggest and I yell the loudest, but he had a lot of control. He would say, "Hey, I won't do this."
So it sounds like you guys, the relationship is really spoiled.
It's for me. It's not really spoiled. It's just that I don't respect. If he said this and we respected that, I want to stay with my family. We respected that. But then to make a new band, and then to make an album that sounds similar to Pennywise, and then to book a 5-week tour in Europe, when we've been begging to do 3-week tours in Europe.
Well, you can't blame him for writing songs in a Pennywise way, because I mean he is also part of Pennywise.
Oh yeah, I can blame him a little bit because he was always talking about he wants to do different stuff, and he even told this to the media. Like now, I'm always kept in the box by the Pennywise fans because we can't do this because then the Pennywise fans are going to be mad. So for all these years, I have to write songs like this, and now I can write whatever I want, and I've never been so happy artistically. And then I heard he had an album already done, and he took it and threw it away because.
So you care, you're upset, so you miss him.
I miss the fact that he was a big part of Pennywise, and I know the fans miss him, and it's not something you want to do is lose your singer. So
Yeah, true. But on the other hand, you guys are still successful. You're still touring. People still come massively to the shows. So,
yeah,
I mean, maybe I wouldn't want to say he's redundant, but you guys proved that you can survive without him. You're even writing new songs. But
yeah.
if you've been through so much shit together, he must have. That guy must be like a brother to you.
It's the brother that you want to beat up. It's the brother that you want, you fight with, but he still was part of the family, and I think he regrets it now. We didn't tell him to quit; we begged him to stay.
Yeah.
We said we will do whatever you want, and then there was some personal thing. I wrote him a personal email, and I got fuck that. I quit. I don't put up with that shit. No one talks to me like that. I was okay, cool. I do. And then he wanted to call and talk about why he's quitting. I said, I don't want to hear why you quit. You want to talk about how to work the problems out? Then let's move forward, like in what Pennywise should do. He said it in an interview. Democracy became a cliche for me. It was 3 votes against my 1 vote, and that situation didn't work anymore, and I was forced to be an asshole. There. He said it, not me. So that's what Pennywise is about, democracy, everyone having a voice, everyone having a vote. It's what we write about, it's what we talk about, and we try to practice it. Of course, perfect democracy is very hard. And Jim has proved this because it's very hard if the whole band says, hey, we want to go to Europe for 5 weeks. No, well, sorry. You're coming. That's how it is. This is democracy. Raise your hand. So at the end of the day, I hope we can put all of it behind us. I think we were really hurt by the fact that he would come and do a 5-week tour with his band, but he wouldn't do it with Pennywise. So Pennywise fans suffered in Sweden for 10 years with no Pennywise. Norway, my homeland, we haven't been to for 15 years. We didn't go to Spain for 8 years, Portugal, because we always had to come home. And now he can come and do it with his band, but the Pennywise fans suffered. So for me, that's something of a making me mad. But at the end of the day, he can do whatever he wants. We have no control over it. We just have to move forward. That's what Pennywise is about. You give us a roadblock, we fucking smash it, and we keep going forward. And here we are again at Milkweg. Maybe there'll be a little bit less people, but
I think so.
well, we'll see. But when those people leave, they're gonna tell their friends, you know what? Somehow it's still good.